I swear to God, the Chicago Blackhawks tonight looked at our bottom six players and just thought that they were the 80s Oilers. Because it's the only reason that makes sense for why they were able to score as many goals as they did tonight. So what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Recap Reactions for Game 20 out of 82 for the Jets 2021-2022 campaign. The big 2-0 is finally here, 20 games in, and let's talk about it. This is kind of the game we've all been waiting for to really kind of judge where the Jets have been, at least according to the analysts, according to everybody else. So 20 games in, how are the Jets doing? Well, let's find out and break down this utter dominant performance tonight over the Chicago Blackhawks, where they win by a score of 7-2, moving to 13, 6-1, I believe, if that is not mistaken. I will pull up the actual standings because I feel like they never update that little scoreboard right next to the actual the stats on the scoreboard. I don't know, it just feels always off. But I check right now, 13-6-1 is correct. 20 games played, second in the Central. Ooh, it's looking good. One game back behind Dallas for first, with 2 games in hand on them. I can't believe it. I am excited. Things are looking good. A beautiful performance tonight. Tons of great goals. Let's talk about it. This game is going to be nothing about just talk. You know, this recap reaction, guys, isn't even really be focusing on the game because the Jets did absolutely everything right tonight. Like, everything was correct right tonight. And even the little things you can point at or whatever, they're just little things that happen in a hockey game at times that can cause, you know, goals against. That was as simple as that. The Jets weren't terrible in any way today. There were no real mistakes. There was no area really of improvement. Nothing to harken on. Everything tonight was great. The only thing we can harken on is Jansen Harkins because, god damn it, he was great tonight. And I didn't really think he was that good yesterday. I thought it was improved, but Jansen Harkins now has 2 goals in 2 games. That line has been great. Adam Lowry gets another assist tonight. Mikey Eastman gets another point. That first goal is that third line. Again, they start the game, and they also happen to get the first point again. All of them getting involved on it, and it's 1-0 in that first period. That's the only goal scored in the first period, which is funny because it really doesn't feel like it was a 1-goal first period only, but it was. But that third line has been great. I really think that might be the set third line we might see going into the season. Now, I know Morgan Barron came back tonight, and he looked great tonight, but I don't know. There's just, you get so much competition right now because I was about to say yesterday, I've been like, you know what, Sakumanainen, I think he's played himself out of the bottom 6 right now. Might be the extra forward. Well, he gets 2 goals tonight, so I don't know if I'm saying that much anymore. The entire bottom 6 tonight was killer. Like, you know, Dominic Toninato tonight wasn't great by any means, but he still put up a 1 assist, was a +2, and was pretty good out there at times, making good hits and a good energy guy. Like, tonight was just insane. Every bottom 6 guy was a god tonight. And even in the top 6, they were great as well. But you just look at the point sheet tonight. So many guys in multi-point nights. Sakumanainen, 2 goals. Jansen Harkins with a goal. 2 assists for Blake Wheeler, 3-point night for Kyle Connor, a goal and 2 assists. Dylan DeMello gets an assist. Josh Morrissey, a 3-assist night, continues to add to his Norrisy season. Like, I seriously think he's going to be a Norris candidate at the end of this year. Does he win it? No, but it does, because he's not going to win it with the way Erik Karlsson's playing. But to be in that company is amazing for Josh Morrissey. So I can't believe it. This game was great. Everything about this game was great. The lines were great. The forechecking was great. The passing was great. The goal scoring, the reading, everything that you want and to see improvement in the Jets was there. Now, I'm not going to hype this game up and say we're going to win the Cup because it's the Chicago Blackhawks. This is what, their 7th loss in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they have been abysmal in the month of November. But it's nice to see the Jets not playing down to an opponent for once. This game in the past with Paul Maurice definitely would have been a 3-1 or a 3-2 type of game, honestly. It might be they would have even lost. I have to remind you about that Arizona shutout at home last season. Good God, I will never, ever forget that game. This team didn't play down tonight. They exceeded. They played up to the challenge of trying to dominate a weaker opponent. They didn't just, you know, go into tonight with a weak mentality and see what happens. They wanted to dominate. They wanted to score as many points as they can, and they did that. An insane night by the Winnipeg Jets across the board. All their players were fantastic. I'll name the goal scorers just because you guys got to know in case you don't. Jansen Harkins kicks it off. That's 1-0. Second period starts up. Sakumanainen comes in, makes it 2-0. Then Taylor Radish gets his 6th of the year. That's one out of the only goals one of the 2 goals that Chicago scored. But then after that, it doesn't matter because it's almost all Winnipeg Jets. Kyle Connor, his 8th of the season from Josh Morrissey and Blake Wheeler on the power play. Sacramento Lion was one of the nastiest snipes I've seen this season. That being said, Kyle Connor also just had one of the nastiest snipes I've seen this season before that. So 2 back-to-back absolute snipes from Kyle Connor and Sacramento Lion. Then Jujhar Khaira comes in, gets his 3rd of the season on the power play. Makes things interesting, you can say, but it all doesn't matter because it's all Jets. Mark Scheifele absolutely hammers a amazing shot from Blake Wheeler. Cole Perfetti again getting more points. 3rd period starts up. You get back-to-back goals from Pierre-Luc Dubois, his 9th and 10th on the season. Josh Morrissey, Kyle Connor getting points on those goals. An insane night where everything clicked. Now, I think what we got to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, tonight isn't necessarily this game. We got to talk about the lines. What are we going to do? I really don't know. I have no idea what the Winnipeg Jets can do right now when guys get healthy. Morgan Barron just comes back tonight. I can't even remember who didn't even play tonight based on last night. Honestly, it's Perfetti, Scheifele, Wheeler. I didn't know how much I would like Wheeler being back on that top line. It's been working pretty damn well so far. I can't complain. Connor with Dubois and Janssen Fidjalbi. I like that line a lot. I've been wanting to see Janssen Fidjalbi jumping into the top 6. I think he's that perfect energy guy, not because he's skilled, but because he can fly. So if you want to have Dubois and Connor on the same line, bring an energy player on there. You saw what they could do with Svechnikov last year, a high, fast-moving forward. That's what Fidjalbi brings, except he doesn't have as much offense, and he still played good. Good puck possession, good battles in the corners there, being able to create opportunity, throw the puck to the point, deflections in front. He's a good presence on that line. Is he a great fit? No, but he's definitely better than Sam Gagner in there. Sam Gagner is the guy that actually came out tonight. He gets the break. I don't know if he comes back in. I like Gagner a lot too, and goddamn, I know these guys in the bottom 6 have had a lot of talent. I've seen it in bright spots, but tonight was their coming out party. These lines were dominant. You could argue the bottom 6 tonight was better than the top 6. And you still had some amazing performances from your key contributors in Perfetti, Scheifele, Wheeler, Connor, and Dubois. Dubois had back-to-back goals in the 3rd. Wheeler was everywhere tonight. Scheifele had a wicked goal. Perfetti's getting assists left, right, and center. Doesn't matter because that 3rd line of Harkins, Lowry, Eastamont did everything right, got points, and they all were involved on those goals. They all contribute on every play to help getting these scoring plays. I can't believe I'm saying it, but I think I've seen enough already. If one more game with it, let's see, but I think Harkins, Lowry, Eastamont is the new 3rd line going forward right now, and I think you can take, obviously, Dominic Toninato out at center. You don't need him in there. I know you can make the argument, whatever, but Barron and Manalainen's got to stay in. He does. And Eastamont, he's got to stay in too. Now, that's going to make a problem because Appleton's coming back. And Appleton was playing fantastic. Appleton arguably had one of his best games as a Jet or in the NHL even before his injury. What do you do when that comes back? You've got so many questions right now, and it's great because it's good to have these problems. You've got so much depth in your wingers right now that we were talking about trades after that Minnesota game. We thought that it was finally coming down, the team was going to collapse a little bit around these injuries. They're still good, but they could only do so much to fight off the damage that's been done with injuries, and they rose after that Minnesota game. They had adversity after adversity in that stupid Dallas game with those calls and the refereeing, and then tonight you come in and utterly dominate the Chicago Blackhawks in a game that I thought might be a little bit closer than we would have liked. Everything about tonight was the Jets showing that they can still hang with the I'm not going to say hang with the big boys because the Chicago Blackhawks aren't the big boys, but what tonight showed to me was that they're going to rise even with these injuries, and they're going to have nights where Minnesota could happen. And it's not going to be often, but they're going to play hard hockey, and when they play their hockey the way they want to, they're going to put up nights like this, I think. And I don't know. I don't know what to think of the Jets still right now. 20 games in, I really like them, and I like this team. I like the depth. I just don't know what our identity is yet, and I'm loving that because we're so injured and winning right now that I still think we're top 10 in the league, if I'm not mistaken, right now, and we're so injured with some of our key guys and our main staple guys in this lineup that we've got all these AHL call-ups. They're all killing it. The defense is playing really, really good right now, too, not to mention Josh Morrissey continuing to be having a Norris season. Hellebuck's been fantastic. What else could you ask for? Tonight was a great night to be a Jets fan, and it's got a lot of positivity going forward because we really don't know what this team's going to look like when they get healthy. And that excites me because if they're playing this good now, and yeah, that game against Minnesota was terrible, I know what I said. And I still think that could be a problem going down the stretch, but not when you can have performances like this. Now, I know it's Chicago, but it's huge for the morale of those bottom six guys to come in and actually play effective hockey, rise up to a challenge of a weaker opponent, and dominate them the way they did. And I really think they can build off this momentum and carry it. Now, I know it's a weak opponent, so we'll have to see, but at this point, I really don't care because that was just glorious to watch. So let me know what your thoughts were down in the comment section below. As always, I love tonight. Gotta say, player of the game for me, it's tough. Really is. I think I gotta go with Saku Manalainen. Those 2 goals were huge. Dubois goals were great as well, but I just love the way that Saku Manalainen played on that 4th line with Morgan Barron tonight. Thought they were really, really good. Toninato wasn't terrible, but again, he kind of just blended in and did the little things right, so I think you can definitely sub him out for David Gustafsson. I think David Gustafsson right now on that line would make him even better, honestly. Like, I really, really think that, so I don't know. It's an exciting time to be a Jets fan right now. It's a curious time to be a Jets fan right now. But at the end of the day, we are still sitting pretty at second in the Central, 20 games in. I don't want to jinx anything, guys, but those whiteout t-shirts might be coming out of the closet this year finally. So let's hope they can continue. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below on this game. What was your favorite moment? Who was the MVP of the game for you? For me, it was Saku Manalainen. Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and check out all the other affiliated links if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Turn on notifications if you haven't already as well. That's a great way to stay up to date with all my posts, videos, and whatnot, and everything else that goes down on this channel. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Peace, love, and positivity as always. Go Jets, go, and I'll see you guys in the next one.